for me, love will lay one. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Today, sit up, today. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are.
Me a wandang bagalmo, and I wandang jangman jongo, my brother. I find the bus pull up Japan, we go still chop on my sister.
When they see me coming, I wagon la boys. Money for me, follow me. Turula, mashita, kilo wikisa. Ishana, cherere. But the one side, can you hear the trouble sound?
Yeah, can't think man for me, love will lay one. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Versi tutti, nay. Versi tafsi, nay. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Yeah, can't think man for me, love will lay one. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Versi tutti, nay. Versi tafsi, nay. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Lensi ganse chengleno, for vine consansi. Ven wa we are watching go. For vine consansi. Vensi ganse chengleno, for vine consansi. Ven wa we are watching go. For vine consansi.
Yeah, I'll sing some. If you know say you be proud of your beginning, make you the shine your light. Just follow me, oh, follow me, oh, follow me, shine your light. Le bango le wa, bibi nyo tenya tentitia, bibi nyo tenya tentitia. Come any pan this one again. I be proud, my milky girl, yeah. I'm proud of who I am, yeah. C'est pas point tout, yeah. Bafu samo, yeah. Bangante bangjum, yeah. Genta asin, yeah.
Yeah, can't think man for me, love will lay one. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Versi tutti, nay. Versi tafsi, nay. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Lensi ganse chengleno, for vine consansi. Ven wa we are watching go. For vine consansi. Vensi ganse chengleno, for vine consansi. Ven wa we are watching go. For vine consansi.
Come see the special place where I come from. The moon is bright, we telling stories round the bonfire. We get the firewood and we get the power. We get the sauce, yes, we are proud of who we are. Now not to say all man, not chumche.
Yeah, boy, I konga tuma. One so yo alaya kisanga. Yile. Vusina dua fobia. Le yo adari, dari. Ayo adari.
Yeah, can't think man for me, love will lay one. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Versi tutti, nay. Versi tafsi, nay. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Chumchere, can't think man for me, love will lay one. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Versi tutti, nay. Versi tafsi, nay. Venture one goes away. We proud of who we are. Lensi ganse chengleno, we proud of who we are. Ven wa we are watching go. We proud of who we are. Vensi ganse chengleno, we proud of who we are. Ven wa we are watching go. We proud of who we are. 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 Point of correction. No be bouncer boy, and so boy.
Hey,
Kanjindin, man famila
us
will
made
I
it
walk.
lighter.
Vejo one goes
We proud of who we
Versi
are.
tutti nei, versi tafsi nei. Vejo one
Mago be my
goes
gospel.
we proud of who we are.
Me a wandang bagal mo, and a wandang jang man jong oh, my brother. Oh. Avoid numbers, pull up jabang, we go still chop on my sister.
Kisheri kikir when they see me coming, Ike la wagon la boys, money for me, follow me. Turula mujita kilo wikisa, Lushana, Cherere, better one side, can you hear the trouble?
Kanjindin, man famila will I walk. Vejo one goes
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Amazonians all over the world, in Europe, in America, in Asia, please, we beg your indulgence for my mic was not on. This is the Horizon, the voice of the Amber Woman on ABC TV. We want to wish you a pleasant evening. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we plead with you that you sit tight to listen, to share with us the topic we are talking. I will greet you once more, all of you in Ground Zero, in all of our 13 counties. We'll greet you from Boyo, greet you from Menchum County, we greet you from Ndonga Mantong, we greet you from Gokitunja, we greet you from Bui, we greet you from Mezam, we greet you from Momo, we greet you from Lebia Lem, from Manu, from Meme, and we greet you from Fako, we greet you from Dian, and we greet you from Kupe Manigumba. If you can identify with any of this, know that you are an Ambazonian. You are a child of the former British Southern Cameroons Trust Territory. You are a child of Southern Cameroons. We greet you today because this topic concerns you, it concerns me, it concerns our generation before, it concerns our generation to come. It is our responsibility to sit up and ask ourselves, what do we really want and how do we want it? Therefore, today we are still on the main topic, staying the course, staying focused, and how or should Ambazonians be cheated? Ambazonians should not be cheated by themselves or by whosoever. That is what we are going to talking about today. Our topic is Ambazonians should not be cheated. Ladies and gentlemen, be spinning it in your head. Think in any direction where you think you are being cheated, where you are cheating yourself, who is cheating you, how far you've come to realize that cheating is taking place. Today, I will be discussing this topic on this program with no other than Ma Emma Endeli. Ma Emma, are you there?
Yes, Michael. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ma, you are welcome. It's an honor to have you on
Thank
the
you
program.
very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be on the program. I want to greet everybody all around the world, all Amazonians around the world. I say hi to you and hope hanging in there and doing fine. Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, welcome again. Thank you, Ma. Ma Emma, thank you for being there. Ladies and gentlemen, we keep on saying we cannot, the only thing we can do for ourselves is to make our time as a woman, as a man, to make this program a success, because it is not just for us, but it is for everyone that is interested in the well-being, the success of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Whatever thing you are doing, anywhere, anytime, for the realization of the birth, the confirmation of the not new state, Ambazonia, know that you are already on the right path. Ma Emma, as you've heard today, or as you already know, our topic, what we are talking on today is um, Ambazonians should not be cheated. Is there any way, anyhow, you think or you would like to share with fellow Ambazonians the degree to which they are being cheated, or do you accept at all that Ambazonians are being cheated?
Thank you, Michelle. I'm really happy that you're treating the because at the end of the day, Ambazonia has to come as a winner. We, as you say, not let ourselves be cheated. 60-something years ago, our parents and grandparents, when they were not well advised, they did not have coverage, they did not have good advisors, they did not have good supporters. Even the colonial masters of our own colonial masters was not there to protect us, to make sure that our rights were protected. We cannot let that happen. This time around, we have all the advice. We are not ashamed to ask for advice from every part of the world, especially those who have been through situations like ours. We are going to keep our eyes open. We do not want to be cheated. We want our rights to be respected. We want to be treated fairly and equally. We are not here to take any from La République. We just want our own rights, our equal rights in every decision that is being made. That's how we are going to stay wise. We are going to keep our eyes open and stay on the caucus. We have to make sure our children who have been killed, our parents, our babies, our women, our girls who have been raped, that their lives have not gone for nothing. We want to treat fairly and equally. So we are not going to let our territory, our people be cheated a second time. That is, we are out for solution. We really know what we are getting into, and that we are into with our eyes wide open. It's going to cheat us time. We don't care how much money is put in front of us. We just want to be treated. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ma Emma. If I get you very well, you are telling, are you now talking to the international community, or because I hear you say the rights of the Amazonian people they shouldn't be cheated on their rights. Could you just like give us, so you have been been actively been supporting the struggle for as long as I know. Could you just give us some aspects where you think those rights? What are those rights that you think that have been taken away from the Amazonian people?
Okay, there are so many, but I'm just going to concentrate on one of the main things that we know we are being killed for, and that is the oil, the crude oil that is in our territory, under our soil, Now, I am familiar with the fact that in some other areas in Africa, the indigenous people of these areas have been adequately compensated. You know, for example, there's the 33% which goes to the areas that the oil producing areas, because this oil is being extracted from these areas. There's a lot of damage going on in the areas. The people cannot do their farming, their fishing because of pollution. Now, the rights of these indigenous, these villagers, have to be protected and have to be compensated before, you know, they are, apart from the compensation of the whole of the rest territory, they have to be treated and compensated for the damage that is going on. I will give you an example. The refinery in Sonara was burnt last year, or last year, early last year or 2 years ago. There was a big fire there and there was destruction. Now, the people around that area were adversely affected. Nobody has gone to really look at the chemical damage that went onto the people living around that area, because they had those ashes drop in their areas. They breathe a lot of smoke, and those were heavily laden with chemicals. You know, so the rest of the country is enjoying the fruits of the oil. You know, apart, most of Ambazonians are not seeing the money from the oil, but La Republique is enjoying all that money, you know, to develop their own area. In the meantime, people around are being suffocated, they are being polluted, their lungs are being compromised, their children have, you know, might come up with some strange cancers. You don't know these things. That is why, you know, very strong measures, very, you know, we have to. These are the reasons why we fight. These are the reasons why we say that we cannot be cheated. You know, there's so much. Our gas, the gas is being extracted out of the same area, out of you know, all the oil producing areas, and there's no compensation. We don't have steady lights. You know, if you are taking so much gas from us, because the gas has been sold to foreign countries by the LRC, okay. But if they are taking so much gas from, why can't you at least give the people around steady electricity? Why don't you develop the area where you are getting all this money, you are extracting all this money? Those are the things we are fighting for. And if we do not get them, then we've been cheated for another 60 something years. Children suffer and go on being deprived, you know, being polluted, everything. This is just one of us that we are being cheated, and that we have to fight. We have to fight for fairness, for justice. You know, that is just one of the areas. But there are so many. There's so many. You cannot be developing. Yeah, my
Yeah,
dear.
thank you very much. That is really targeting it or attacking it from the socio-political point of view. That is really I would really comment, because let me just say something to this. You know, it is really, when we're growing up, like as kids, yeah, it was difficult for you to hear that there's no light. And then that was back then, when the challenges, that was back then. There was no light. First of all, our parents would tell us that there was power cam in Yoke, in Muyuka. Okay, they used that one. And then the Sonel came in. Then it was still just like when things were still in a kind of middle point. And but it was scarce for you to hear that there are no lights. And but today is just like very normal to see that you can go for 2 days without electricity. Look at the water system, the water that pumps out from the source. You begin to ask yourself, can there not boreholes? Are there not rivers where they could do all these scientific irrigation water draining system? So those are some of the things. Thank you very much from that point of view. I will also, yeah, you were about to say something more. Sorry that I intercepted. Yeah, what you were about to say something about children not having the opportunity to live the sustainable life, the quality of life they are supposed to.
Yes. Okay. Now, let me. It is still in continuation of what I said earlier.
Mhm, mhm,
Now, for example, okay, Sonara, which is being run completely by the La Republique, most of the staff La Republique. Now they have a school in there. They have a school, and their children go to this school. This school, of course, is well equipped with all the good tests, and no matter what, the school still goes. The teachers are paid, so children get very good education. Now, just down the road from there, you see another school. They have structure. Just they might think that is supposed to be a roof. No desks, no tables. Some of the children are sitting on blocks. Not of electricity or pipe-borne water for the children to drink while they are in school. The children are not fed while they are in school. The parents have to do everything. They are comfortable. Let's not even go to computer, because every other part of the world, children have computers. They are hooked up with the internet. It enhances their studies. They learn faster, they learn more, and when they get home, they can continue learning with their computers. Nobody has thought of equipping our schools, and they tell us, go back to school, go back to the children should go back to school for what? Go back to what? To the life they left, sitting on blocks. you know the deprivation, the injustice has been so glaring. So we cannot go back to that. We cannot let ourselves be cheated again. That is why we fight. Why we want justice and fairness. That's all. Just do the right thing. Do just want what is ours. So let us be in charge of our own decisions. Let us build our own schools. You go away, go build your own on your own side. Let us build our schools. We are capable of that. We have the resources. We have the manpower. We well-educated teachers and this was the beginning of the problem when they used to send us ignorant teachers who cannot speak a word of English to come and teach our children English. The children are now so confused. There's what you call franglais. That is, they want to make one sentence, they have to add some French in it. They are neither literate in French nor literate in English. In between, it exists anywhere in the world. They are so confused. University children cannot even write one straight sentence. We don't want that. We don't want that kind of education. We don't want to leave that for our children and for posterity. Why we fight? Why we have to keep our open, even up to the negotiation table. And whether LRC or not, they will have to negotiate with us. We are going to get to the point where we share those resources and we get the larger. We're not going to deprive them completely as they have deprived us. We're not going to be wicked to them as they have been wicked to us, but we have to negotiate for fairness and justice.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ma Emma. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, viewers of ABC TV, on the program The Horizon. The voice of the Amba woman is talking about the exploitation of Ambazonia. Ambazonians will not be cheated anymore. We shall not be cheated anymore. We shouldn't even be cheated, because if we go back into the looking at the history, this is what I would like us to talk about, because people are refusing us our history. They don't want us. We are being cheated. You go somewhere, they say, don't remember what started. Don't remember what they have done to you. Just see how you can just window dress what is ongoing. How could you? How do they expect us to just start talking of 2016 without remembering 1961? Without remembering that there was some sort of failed colonialism when they gave the right to self-determination. That was in the United Nations Charter in April 1961, when it was said that those colonized territory, the people should be given the reasons, they should be given the opportunity to self-govern themselves, irrespective of their economic power, their human resources, their population, or whatsoever. It was just that people should be set free after the experience from what they saw Hitler did to during this World War. That was when they said people should have the opportunity to rule themselves. But the unfortunate thing is that the same people who signed those clauses, who made that same article, they're the same people who are now like respecting and observing fundamental human rights in every other country where discrimination and the other being treated as an underdog. They look at their records, they treat the people, they do a review and give the people their rights. But for Ambazonia, they will tell us, do not go and remember your history. Don't talk about 1961. Don't talk about the things that have taken place. Why? Well, that is cheating on us. You cannot tell me not to remember the day I was born. It would just be like cutting off my history. We are being cheated, fellow Ambazonians. These are some of the things that we should cry out there. If we have somebody come talking to us or inviting us anywhere to go and say something, we should plead with them. Please, we did not just get up and start fighting ourselves. There are root causes. This thing grew from somewhere up to where it is now today. We did not bargain for it. You know, from 1961, our forefathers have been trying their best to hold conferences. They came to you in the United Nations with their delegation for a review of that independence by joining. Yes, the joining went, but the joining is not functioning as it should. What do we do? This is why we are playing with you, international community. We should not sweep this under the carpet, because see where it has landed us today. There are no schools. People are dying. It has metamorphosed into genocide. People don't know where their loved ones are. Refugees crisis created everywhere. And I know in Europe and America, these days they say refugees are not very much welcome. But how could situations be given for such humanitarian crisis to be fertilized, and at the end of the day, you don't wait for the end effect? It is really something that, personally, I will keep appealing to the international community. Please, let Ambazonians, Southern Cameroonians, not be cheated for what has been looked into from many other countries. Let not let ourselves. Ma Emma, I know you are going to have something to add on to this. Please, just go ahead and do the same.
Thanks, Mary. I'm glad you brought the fact that people are saying that we should forget. You cannot forget your history forward. I always liken the Ambazonia revolution or struggle to what is happening in America, to the Black Americans. Our is very, very strongly tied with the black people in the US. Now, look at the way the black man is treated in the US. It is all tied to the history of slavery. And in solving their problem with the police brutality and racist treatments in all areas of their lives, you buy property in a certain area because you are black. You are not you are disqualified for a job that you are very qualified because of your color. Unless they go back to the history of slavery, solve the problem, and that is what they've had to do. That is why we are where we are today, because we have been able to trace the treatment of black people to slavery, where it all started. So you cannot solve the Ambazonia problem without going back to the root cause, to 1961. One of the examples I always quote in my writings is, it took us by surprise, the brutality of of LRC, of the Republic of Cameroon. The brutality kind of shocked us, but it should, because you have to remember the way the Bamilekes were treated in 1959, in the late 50s. Their heads were cut off brutally and displayed on the roads. I was just a child then, but I remember my parents talking about it. They called them makiza. They painted them black. Called them terrorists so they could kill them, and they would not have any support from the international community. And apart from that, the internet has actually saved this Ambazonian struggle, because back then it was only in the newspapers, and most of the time we only got the information from the news, from the BBC. Things that were happening in our backyard was being told to us from BBC. First of all, you can't write the present history without writing the past history, without hooking it up history. That is how you understand what is going on. If you know how the Bamilekes were treated back then in this, you will understand why Larry people doing this. The brutality in we had never seen before. People's heads being cut off, children being burnt, roasted. I mean, those were very, very, very strange occurrences to our in our territory. They have become now, every day you see one thing or the other. A father holding a child burnt to ashes. Those are very, very foreign activities in our territory. But that is what the Bulus and the Betis are. They have been doing that. They did in the late 50s. So it is not strange that they are doing this to us right now. That is why you have to know your history. It explains a lot of things that are happening now, and we another tactic that the enemy has used is to sit on our history. Do not tell them the truth. Do not tell them where they are coming from. The history of the reunification, of the joining of by independence by joining, is a history that has been kept away from the schools. You don't see any books written that, because it was so unfair. It was a very, very unfair process, and that is what has kept us in this slavery. So you cannot now to understand what is happening. You cannot now come to understand the motivation behind what is happening without following the history. We have to write our own history. We have to tell our own history. You know, you can't believe how much I have learned for the last 2 or 3 years only that I have been part of this struggle. You know,
Thank you, Ma Emma.
and we have to visit. We have to visit all that. We have to write our own
Yes,
history, Ma Rachel.
thank you. That is very true, Ma Emma. That is very true. You are just talking like this. I just want to emphasize that we are talking on Ambazonians should not be cheated. Even though today our children are out of school, this is just a current thing that I just want to ask. I just want to highlight here. This is cheated knowledge. You know, it pains you not to know where you come from or whatever happened to you. You see, it's just like people who were in a coma maybe for 20 years and they wake up, their story, they tell them you've been sleeping for 20 years. They say, I don't think so. They will want to catch up with whatever thing that they have missed along the line. This is just a cheated knowledge for the people not knowing their history, not being told that you were granted independence by joining. It's just like a child that is given birth to and is handed over to somebody. We see all over the world such children want to look for their roots. If they can't find their biological parents, but they go looking for wherever they came from. So this is something I am appealing to maybe on behalf of the Amazonian people, that the international community should not take this part of our history from us. They should not tell us to leave it out. It may just be the same thing like they would tell us to, if school starts tomorrow, for example, they would tell the children that forget that you never went to school for 4 years. Forget that there was a war. Never remember that President Paul Biya of La République declared war on Southern Cameroons on 30th November 2017. Are you going to tell the children also to forget about this one? I don't think so, because that will still be cheating that child with the knowledge that they are supposed to know, because knowledge is power. And if you have a knowledge about yourself, you may begin to work up for what is rightly yours. And this is why we say today that Amazonians should not be cheated. We should not be cheated in no ramification. We should not be cheated, because the way we are just saying it, international community, any of you listening to us from your offices, wherever, from your home, please listen to us and understand us. It's just like you may want to peel out the leopard spots. It will never go off. Even if you clog it, it may never go off, because if you look at us, you say we should not talk about these dates, we shouldn't talk about these things. These are some quick fixes that maybe you just want to dress it up for us. It's just like a saw that has mucus under, and you refuse to let it to press out the mucus. You just dress up the saw. You just dress it up, you take some bandages and dress it fresh. But that thing that is eating it up is still there. That is what we are appealing with you, begging with you to use your good offices, to use your good governance. Wherever, if you are an ambassador, if you are a head of state, a woman of state, CEO of whatever thing that advocates for human rights, please stand up for the people for Ambazonia. If you are a reporter in CNN, in Sky News, in Al Jazeera, if you are reporting news and you haven't gotten to the point to talk about Ambazonia, I think that you have not started. For the past 4 years, people are being killed, villages are being burned down, there are refugees everywhere. In Nigeria, for example, people are locked up indiscriminately, incommunicado, in La République, and no one is talking about it. This is the highest cheat. This is the highest cheat you can give to people, because we are in these countries, in Europe and in America, and we pay our television bills. We pay television bills to let CNN run, to let Deutsche Welle run, to let many other televisions in the world. We work in those countries and we pay those taxes. And if our cases are not being reported, we are being cheated. Please, please remember the children. Remember the children that are not going to school. Remember the infiltration that has caused last week we were talking about lies, window dressing, covering up. Who is that person that will go and kill their own children because they are going to school? Please, let this cheating not continue on the people of Ambazonia. Report our case. Call in the Security Council, UN Security Council. You people deliberate on this thing, at least for human lives. Oil resources will still be there for generation upon generation. You and I will die and go. We will leave it. When Margaret Thatcher was MP for the UK, there was oil in Southern Cameroon. When Jacques Chirac was president in France, there was oil in Southern Cameroon. Until now, there is still oil there. From the beginning of times, there have been oil. But look at human beings. Must we waste lives? And nobody is talking about it? This is cheating on the people. Let's go, you take your good offices, go into the root causes of this thing, of this genocide that is going on in Ambazonia. Try to correct it, and let it stop. International community, we are calling upon you. We want to really commend those that are already talking about it. The German parliament is talking about it. The French parliament is talking about it. The US has come up with a resolution 684. So there are lots of people doing magnificent work, fantastic job out there for the sake of Ambazonia. But it is not yet enough, because the Ambazonian people have not been called to come and talk. Please remember the day you say independence by joining, and fix that part. Fix that part. United Nations forces, they were sent to Cambodia. I remember that year one of my uncles went there. He came back. Now, it's not. There are many places where resolutions being taken concerning things, concerning different states. Ambazonia, we have international boundary. We have the pillars. There was the Bangui case, the Abuja case. All these documents are somewhere. Consult them and let the people of Ambazonia stop bleeding. And let La Republique not be committing crime against humanity, where one day they will be forced to bring them in front of the International Court of Justice for something that you and I, in your good office, we could have just fixed it. We could fix it for children to go back to school, for people to return home, for infrastructures to be put in place, for roads to be built. This country where I am living, for how many years? I cannot just imagine the development that has taken place. It's because some people sat in offices and took right decisions. Help us. Help the children of Ambazonia. Help that child that was roasted. Help the mother to wipe the tears. The one that was fried into a pot of oil. Let the mother come out from that psychological trauma. The one whose baby was 4-month-old baby was shot on the couch in her living room. Let her come out from that trauma. Help. the boys and girls who are now 4 years, they were 4 years, they are now 8 years. Those that were 8, they are 12. They haven't been to school because why? You and I can fix it. You at the UN in New York, you can fix it. In Switzerland, you can fix it. Here in Vienna, you can fix it. You just need a handful of you to sit down and right that wrong. Everyone could make we are all legible to mistakes. Let's correct that by joining. Because it is that joining that maybe you meant well, but the person you handed the joining did not treat it well. That is why you see people, what the stories are. You have your satellites up there. You know what is ongoing. Please. Thank you. Emma.
Yes, my Rachel. My mind keeps going to a program I watched, I think last year or a couple of years ago. It was a British, I don't know if she was a member of parliament, but she was British. And what she was giving advice to we should not come right out and accuse Britain for being the of our plight, of our problem, that make them angry and they will not help. I almost cursed her out when I heard that. I really said this is bull, because who cares about being making British angry, making there's a history to them. They let the ball fall down on the ground. They let us down. Their decision put us where we are. You cannot change that history. And if they wanted to fix this thing, they would have fixed it long ago. But it is because they made their commitment to France. They gave us, as a petit cadeau, a little gift over to France. And they are so embarrassed about this decision, because they were told, some of their members told them that this decision you're making is wrong. It's going to cause a problem forever and these people. But they didn't listen. So now we are supposed to tiptoe around so we don't get them angry. That is bull. They caused this problem. They can fix it overnight. Now they are talking about gas contracts to come and exploit the gas and oil. Because they are in league with France. They what they are doing. You see, it is, that is the sad history of the world, and it is the sad part of the colonial history of the world. Then Britain knows what they did wrong, and it will not take them much to right it. But you see, they want things to be the way they are, a corrupt dictator on top, while they harvest everything they can get. But it is not going to happen. We are still going to make as much noise about our history, about what happened to us, and that we need it to be corrected. I'm so glad, because even right now, as we speak, there are parliamentarians who are speaking for us, who are speaking the truth, who are telling truth to power. And this is why we are so happy about the Congress and the House in US, because they are able to look Britain and France in the eye and said, look, this problem was people. If you cannot fix it, we have to be able to do so. Canada, Germany, they've all seen it. They know that is the right thing. Germany came out, recently to say that they don't think we should break up. We should just try to centralize and do this and do that. It will not work. Is that why our people were killed? Is that why our youth killed every day? For decentralization? so that LRC is still in charge and control of every of our lives, whether we have or not, whether we have light or we have teachers in our schools or not, whether our cases are in our court, or not. That is what you call decision, or even whatever the complete independence is what we needed, so that we can be treated equally on the same footing. That is the way we were. We were an independent country, and they were independent too. Actually, they never wanted us to be independent. They were not one of those who signed the this thing for our independence, for they were the no for us. All we need is an independent. We just want our independence restored, so that we negotiate with them on the same footing. We don't care their size. They have the size of territory. We are smaller, but we are the people holding the economy of LRC. We produce 61% or more of the GDP. That is why Britain, France, they don't want us to have our independence, because they know what they are getting from us, which is a contract that was signed with LRC. But you see, they need to come and sign contracts now with us, because this is our territory, and we're not letting it go. And enough is enough. As we said, till the last man standing. The foreign countries know exactly what they are doing. They know what they are doing, and they know how to fix this problem.
Yes, ma, that is very true. All of us will be standing, because they themselves, they are now appealing that the killing should stop. All of us will be there to face this thing, to meet Ambazonia, because that integrity for humans to have become. I remember in Rwanda when they said never again. Each time I have the opportunity, I write it in the meetings I attend or things online. Never again. I asked, where is the never again that you people declared in Rwanda? You people said you will never stand by and watch another genocide take place. But isn't it that you are just standing by and watching? It could be a very difficult decision for you to say, oh, we want to, no, we are afraid of this, we are afraid of that. But come to think of this, there are 62 United Nations countries that are smaller than Amazonia in land mass and in population and in economic resources, natural resources. Amazonia has the intellectual capacity, the human resources everywhere. They themselves, they are certain to that. Get to the US, get your statistics. Come to Europe or in Asia, get your statistics and fish out Amazonians. You will see how rich. And these are people who are crying out to you. You've held conferences. Those that held conferences in Oxford, those that were in Canada, those that were in America. You've had interviews with Amazonians. You know the caliber of men that are there. The good governance we have exhibited in working in your countries for more than 20 years. I cannot sit here today talking, and if Amazonia comes tomorrow, or you, Ma, Emma, with your expertise, your experience all through the years, Amazonia will come tomorrow and you will not work hard for good governance, building strong institutions. First of all, Amazonia, those things are already in place. So if La République, from that beginning, they did not vote on that day for the independence of Southern Cameroon, and what is ongoing now, tantamounts to all what they have been incubating from that time. Because France did not equally vote for the independence of Southern Cameroon that day. And you see, and history does not lie. These are some of the things that we should look at them. Cause and effect. What happened? What did you do when this thing came up? What did you say? From your reaction, reasonable learned men and women will be able to say it's because they had this preconception. So we are really appealing that this our international community, whom we look up to so dearly, to help us do the right thing. We are asking them. They should not cheat Ambazonia. Ambazonians should not be cheated. And we will be coming gradually to you, fellow Ambazonians, in as much as we are appealing that the international community should not cheat us, La République should not cheat us, they and their cohorts should not cheat us, because cheating is illegal, cheating is very bad. You know, if you cheat in an exam, you are penalized. You cheat with your spouse at home, many things can happen. You cheat wherever you are, at your workplace, wherever you are, many things do happen. That is why we are saying that don't cheat Ambazonians. Don't. We are playing with you. Stop the quick fixes. Stop the quick fixes. If decentralization could work, we will know that it will work. We are not dumb, we are not stupid. If whatever, federalism or whatever, could work, what happened to it? You know, when you've pulled somebody for a long time, the ribs are broken, the limbs are broken, the arms are broken, the neck is also almost breaking. The last bone that is remaining on the neck, the person says, this my last bone is the one keeping me alive. Let me run with my whole body before I die. This is what Ambazonians are doing. Please. I don't know if you have something to say also to our high offices, our senior compatriots in the good world of good governance, good government. I don't know if you have something for them. If not, we should be gliding slowly into talking to Ambazonians not to cheat themselves.
Rachel, thank you. Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Rachel. Just to add to what you said, you know, it's on my last when they say, oh, Ambazonians are not united, we don't have anybody to negotiate it. That is, you know, that is real bull. Now, why let us worry about each other? They cannot say that they don't know who to negotiate it. We have a government in exile, and on top of that government, we have ACT, which acts as a parliament. You know, let them say they are coming for negotiation. We'll find those. We have the people to negotiate for Ambazonia. They cannot keep using this stupid excuse to say they don't have people. We are not united. Let us worry about our own unity. When we get to Ambazonia, we are going to sort ourselves out. For now, just leave our territory and let us negotiate. I mean, that is stupid and lame excuse. You know, LRC just wants to use this opportunity to cause further disunity among the people of Ambazonia, while they go on killing us, killing every day. It's a stupid excuse. It says, you know, we are ready to go to negotiate. we just want it to be out of the country, because you cannot you cannot be in charge of a negotiation when you are the main perpetrator. You are the one who called a war. You have not called ceasefire. You have not withdrawn your troops. Let all your troops move back to LRC. That is your own country. We don't have any troops because our police, our mobile wing was all dissolved. Take all your army to your side. Let there be a peacekeeping force between between the two territories, so that our people will feel safe. Then start negotiating. We can talk. We can talk anything. You are still killing us every day and saying that there's nobody to negotiate. Who told you there's nobody to negotiate for Amazonia? The whole world knows. The whole world knows. Amazonia have qualified people are ready now. If you say come now, today, the 5th of March 2021, you want to start negotiation, you will have people to negotiate for Amazonia, for the people of Amazonia. We have been ready. Only you will stop killing us. Stop killing us and sit at the table. Let us discuss. You are not going to be able to steal all our resources, even if all of us, because you cannot carry the land of Amazonia on your head to LRC. I mean, it is so stupid, And you are not killing us for federalism. You are not killing us because we are not because you are not decentralized. We are not complaining about the government being in a 2D. We are not complaining the fact that a Southwesterner or an Amazonian has never been president for 60 years. We are beyond that now. We are beyond that. We are not complaining the fact that all the posts, all the district officers, whatever they are supposed to be doing in our territory, we don't even know, but appointed by the main government. We're not even complaining the fact that has been there for 10 years. That is their choice. It's not ours. It is not our choice. It doesn't affect whether Bia is in office or out of office. We want to have control of our territory. We want to have our independence back. That is really it. That is it. And we have people who will not let Amazonia be cheated. They know that. That is why they are trying to bring us down, so they can cheat us. They are dangling everything in front of us to see if we will cave, because they know that we are ready to protect the people of Amazonia for once.
The thing is that I will not belabor very much on La Republique, because I know that they were also a trust territory in the same manner to which Southern Cameroon that time was a trust territory. Many things have gone down the drain, and those people who were sitting at the top that day could easily call these two trust territories in those days to ask them what is going on. If they could just do that, you will see the calibers of Amazonians, Southern Cameroonians, that will come out to go and talk. I believe many people who are just flushing down special status, federalism, or decentralization, or whatsoever, are people who are just sitting on the fence because they are not sure, they don't trust themselves to be able to maintain something by themselves. Not everybody is a good gardener. Some people will say, I love to own a garden, but they will look for somebody that can garden that garden for them. The others say, I can do it myself. So talking of not having who to to dialogue with or who to consult. Why can't the international community not just give the other try? Look at the way young men and women who are supposed to be engineers, doctors, lawyers, designers, everywhere, they are in the bushes fighting an unjust war. Wouldn't you just take a break to say, but why are these people so determined on this thing? And say, let me listen to them. Listen to them. You will have somebody to talk to. For sure, you will have somebody to talk to. Instead of the quick fixes, we just say, we are trying to say, just cover it. Let it go. But you and I know that it will not just go like that. Call the people to a town hall. Call the people to a palaver. Call the people to the big Iroko tree and ask them what is happening between your farmlands. What is happening with your territory? If something should just crash today between Germany and Switzerland and Austria and Germany under their common border there, you will see what will happen. But why is it that we don't want to really say something? Anyway, Emma, let's not belabor on the international community. They know what to do. They know how to do it. And if they really, really want to do it, as you said it, with a clip of the finger, flip of the finger, they will do it. And I trust God that they will start doing it. But let's come to Ambazonians in the house. How are you cheating yourself? Ambazonians in the house, how are you cheating yourselves? We will not go, we will just appeal. We'll do some appeal because we don't have much time left for us. We will appeal that we should stop the so many surrogacies. Because that will give some people to say, whom are we going to talk to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone is saying the same thing. Stop it. It is not helping us. We should support each other, appreciate each other. Each step anybody is doing anywhere, anytime, in the name of Ambazonia. If that person is wholeheartedly doing it, by their fruits we shall know them. You will see that the fruits, the seeds they are sowing will bear fruits. The seeds they are sowing today is going to bear fruits. But if we just, for one reason or the other, decide to promote ourselves, instead to promote the Ambazonia people are dying for, God forbid that our brothers and sisters will die in vain. Financial contributions. Do the necessary. Wherever you are contributing, whatever you have, but the one that I know, which is working, is to support your region, support your LGA, support your county. Whatever you call your own name, whether it's state, whether it's whatsoever, make sure that you are fighting for Ambazonia. To help stop, if you can even help somebody in prison, you help somebody in the refugee camp, the IDPs, the wounded. You can even cook for them. You can even give them a cup of salt, give them a cup of rice. But when we turn around and forget that we are fighting for Ambazonia, instead to look for legal institutions, for legal measures that are going to bring peace onto homeland Ambazonia, we turn around the corner, we sell off ourselves, sell our rights. We are cheating on ourselves. We are widening the gap for the enemy to say, come and enter. Go and kill more. Kill more and more. Look at where they are gathered. Ma Emma, I know you equally have something to say in this regard. Could you just...
Yes, Rachel, I come into the program. We cannot end without speaking to ourselves, to speak without speaking to fellow Ambazonians. These quarrels and infighting and on it, Ambazonia is like the rest of the world, marriage. Whatever whatever is happening in Amazonia, it looks exaggerated because we are dealing with a smaller community. But this is what happens everywhere in the world. We cannot expect Ambazonians to be perfect people right now. No, even within quarrels, they will quarrel every people born from the same mother father. The human being created with brain, God, everybody's own opinion, and how we unify this opinion is very difficult. That is why I always ask for leaders, because uniting people is the most difficult thing in the world. So as I said, it is just an excuse that people are using to say, oh, you are not unity. What is unity? We have a unite, that is one enemy, one project to free Ambazonia. As you are within the project, it doesn't matter whether stepping on friends' toes, another's toes, or you call your brother pig today, you goat. As you are focused, one project, one enemy. So Ambazonians, what is in Ambazonia? It is what is happening in the rest. We are not expected to affect. After all, look at it, fighting. Are they perfect? Why should they expect us to be perfect? Why? Why should they expect us to, why should they expect me to love you unconditionally, my Rachel? I just love you out of my own free will. But they should not expect that we are doing this program together because we have one enemy, so we should be lovey, paddy. No. There are different people have different opinions on get to the final project, and there will always be conflict. We should and when attacking each other, and if we call out each other, they should listen. They should listen and make, because the enemy doesn't change. Project doesn't change. People have to adjust how we get there. So that is my only advice to Ambazonians. It's okay to criticize even our leaders, but do not get rude. Do not get. I mean, you have to be respectful in whatever you are doing in this life, because if you do not respect people, nobody's going to give you respect. So be respectful. If you are corrected, take it in excuses what you did. And it takes a word of honor to say, but need to get moving, close our eyes. We have to shut our eyes so that when we're cheated, we have to stay focused on the project and focus on the enemy. Even blink with LRC. Whenever you just say, let me up and take a breath, they do an thing with some outrageous thing like roast a baby. How can you sleep? How can you call yourself each other enemies when the the big enemy is still there. You know, we have to work together, whether we like each other or not. Because we have a goal. When we get to, we'll sort ourselves out. We will definitely sort ourselves out. I promise you that, because the people will speak. You know, it won't be LRC all over again. It can never be, because this government is for the people, by the people. You know, Ambazonia is being run people. Our focus is ground zero. What is happening in ground zero, and how we protect ground zero from the attacks of the LRC. And you know, all those who said, "Oh, you people are over there enjoying. You don't know what we're going through." If we were not out here support, they killed us too. Would have thrown us in jails. We ended on grave. Our body be floating down there. So thank you, God, that God put us here for a day like this, for a time like this. Sonia, we have to be united. We yes, that man. We don't like each other. It's okay. We don't like the whole world, but we have one purpose, we have one goal, we have one enemy. So that's my last word for you. As long as we are fighting for we have to work with each other. If you have to hold your nose to work with somebody you don't like, go ahead and hold your nose. But we have to get there, you know. And please be kind to each other. You don't have to love somebody to be kind. Just treat everybody as a human being, and know why we are fighting, because we don't want to be killed. So that's my final to Ambazonians. It's okay we are fighting. It is very, very okay. But let us do it with right. Let us keep mindful on the end of the project. Not even blink. We cannot sleep. And while you know we are here working, some people are working 7 jobs, some 8 jobs, some 5 jobs to send money down to Ambazonia, the ground zero, and we have no apologies for that. Money from left and center.
No regrets.
So we have the right to send more, to do whatever we have to do to protect our territory. You know, the community under that. Here fighting a self-defense war, attacked. You have not seen us going to attack people in LRC. So they are the terrorists. We are not terrorists. We are just doing what we are supposed to do. Protect our homes, protect our territory. So Ambazonia, keep doing what you are doing. But stay respectful, be kind, try to love and love. And don't hate anybody, because it doesn't help. It just makes difficult you if you hate anybody. You know, it has space where love could be. You know, hate is never a good thing, because it is very, very unproductive. Very unproductive. But if you love people, you see how things get moving for you. And you should always keep that in mind. And we love ground zero. That is why we are here fighting for you every day. We are fighting one way. We are making money, looking for money left and right. Make sure that you guys eat, to make sure you get medications for your wounds, you know, to make sure that you survive LRC down there. We know it is not easy. Wicked people. We thank you, Ambazonians. Stay focused. Remember the prize. We have to protect our territory for posterity. Thank you.
Ambazonians, brothers and sisters, una don hear wetin wey Umami don talk. Umami don talk say e salad una, and not be only you one, na the talk wey comot for all mami dem wey dey dey for this, wey I know dem wey dey come for this show, the one wey dey work for background very hard. They dey thank una, they dey encourage una. Even if you see mami Ma Emma wey dey so for here, normally look e age made them for Cameroon. They go don she don there for house. But you know wetin? He decide he not she don for house for place where dey. He dey still the waka. All these things the way talk, and so he just talk because he want talk, but na because say thing where he dey put am for action, and not be one. I know plenty them for this place where me and them they talk, we dey do things together. We dey congratulate una. Any man where there for any place where they do anything is a friend to Ambazonia, is a brother to Ambazonia, is a sister to Ambazonia, is somebody na person where he wants see say me Ambazonia become a reality. May we not be carried away by wetin wey La Republic go kind of fool people dem begin do. We don hear for some I'll call am say rumor on a Congo side, on a gossip, on a fact, say that the work and that the device much more wish money, say some wish money come out for some side where they dey share am. Say if you take that money, your head go confuse, you go forget about this Ambazonian thing. We dey beg una, no man, even for this one man country wey we dey so, no man dey dash you money. You must work for the money. You must wake up for morning time, go work, even na for snow or na for for snow, so for winter, for summer, where sun dey hot. If you dey work na for outside, you go dey under that sun. No man no go dash you money, say take this money I dash you. Then if you just shit down, so you see some person can call you, say can't take this 5 million. Who said that 5 million or 1 million or even 2 million where that person go just dey give you, say take and stop that thing where you dey do? You know, ask yourself, say that means say really this thing what they do, so benefit dey there. If benefit not be there, I'm not sure say the man go come, he can give me the kind of money where I never work no nothing. Who want give you money where you no work no nothing? They dash. If the dash you. Why not be you some school where you go that school, come out for day, be industry, make bank them, make the day, make workshop them, make factory them, where when you come out there, you learn economics, you go to work for day like accountant, you go to work for day like chief clerk. Make the court them where people where they learn English law, they'll go there, go begin learn the practice. Make schools that way people where they decide for teach. Make hospitals where if you go nursing school, you are a medical doctor, you come, you go work. Why you go live and you go she don't sote? Why you don't go get your masters for communication, for whatever? When you there for house, you dey ride Okada. Then he can take that Okada, burn am. Then can see you for back, give you 5 million. You not ask yourself, say, this person like me or he hate me. The person surely hates you because if he be like you, if they already fix the road. Your mommy no tie correct wrapper because he the one send you for school. Pikin will go get sense, go shit on down. No, if he write the exam pass, they go say bring 5 million, bring 2 million before you enter the school, before you enter that school. You say you know, okay, if you get that 5 million that time for enter that school, your pikin where you go born and go get and forgive them again. I beg, no, not cheat yourself. Now the thing that the way we say about Ambazonia, make we not cheat ourselves by ourselves. Because even as the enemy they come like a rushing wind where it look good to blow, or like some lion where it look the person will want chop am. Not stand, run. Una not take another money then yeah. Because if you take the money go disappear. What's you want go build house? You want go build the house now for una village. Who go sell you cement? Who go sell you sand? Who go sell you the things and where you go equip the house, put am inside? Okay, why you don't build the house, put am now? Now who go maintain the house as the year they go by? Also the money go come out, need to maintain the house. He go continue give you. He will continue for give you some that money. Whether time if he don't fulfill you now, you take that one. The war don't end. You then are maybe 25 or 30 years. You still have like about 30 more years for leave. Who will take care of you for that next 30 years? Where you go back for bondage? Ambazonia, more not cheat yourself by yourself. And all the one the way that you see the things say this thing are correcting, una just can't try the thing. Just try them. Try. Because even if you build house today, the house burn, or you buy motor, the motor burn, or you get accident for your motor, you know talk say I know drive me motor again because I don't get accident. You'll still buy another motor, you'll build another house. So brothers and sisters, may we try for this Ambazonia where someone that already died, how we go leave that picking their blood may just go so for nothing. May we not cheat ourselves. May we be able to teach our own pikin dem. Department of Education, they don't draw a good curriculum system for pikin dem for background. People that dey work very hard. Where una sorry that one the way they don't go for Nigeria that dey born pikin dem, some one that dey born the pikin dem that dey sell am for day. Why? Because they not get the thing wey they want chop. Government dey try, individuals that dey try where they dey send them money, make dem try buy chop for foreign land, chop. But you know, that kind of thing no go always reach everybody. And someone they go need more. And if they not see the more, na that kind of thing where person go go even sell pikin. You go think say where to go be that pikin in faith for the side where they will take that pikin to go. May we not cheat ourselves. The one the way they dey for prison. So our very fine, beautiful sister just died a few days ago for inside prison. Because the system, they say, doctor, no, they come in for weekend. The doctor no dey around. Sister started sick. And if doctor no dey for sign out, say, the case critical, me they take it go out, you remain for day. And so as they shout, sister, a case critical, oh, no man no dey. By the time doctor one come, the one reach is too late, die. May we not cheat ourselves by ourselves. Ambazonians all over the world, as soon as they see me so, or when they hear my voice, may we try for fix this country. Beg international community to say, may they correct that by joining. May they correct them. We don't try for these 4 years. We don't try for cry. We don't defend ourselves. Nothing they will never do. They don't try to buy us over. They don't try to cheat us, try to buy us over so that we will kill ourselves. That is not a good thing. Don't kill your brother. You see, every person where don't point gun against your own brother, how long it take the person? So if we not join hands together to tie that bundle, how long I go continue point you gun, you to point me gun? Because there's some enemy. When two elephants fight, the grass below suffers. Or when two brothers fight, a stranger reaps the harvest. You know when una don't catch una goat, una keep am for some place when una papa begin una that goat. Una start fight, the brother say, na me I go take head. The one say, na me I go take foot. I go take the back, I go take the front. As una the fight, stranger where the pass, he carry the goat. Film, una no even no time where the stranger don't carry the goat. Go before una one finish, knock this one. The one look am, goat self no dey. Why una cheat una self by una self? Anyway, we can be here, we can be talking on and on and on. There are so many of those things where we can call them out that we are cheating ourselves. My Emma, the technical crew took away my jackpot, my joker that I was leaving at the end of the show to tell the people that for the time we've been talking, you've been talking to no other than the director of ABC TV, Ma Emma Endeli. Ma, congratulations to your new office. Without mixing words, you are very competent. I've been working with you for as long as I know. I appreciate you and I applaud the choice. And I pray that you will give all your knowledge, your competence, your time as you've been doing in advising, in working, in sharing, and doing just as you've just been doing. There's nothing more I can say. I applaud you and I welcome you with the love of a daughter and a sister. And yeah,
Thank
if you have a
you.
word,
Thank,
if you have a word, you
thank.
can say talk to the people. I have 4 hashtags I would like to give to our people.
No, my Rachel, I'm just I'm very humbled and honored to be called to serve as I the you know the president and the secretary. I told them I said I'm an old lady, so I don't have much time to share with you guys. I will do my best as long as it is to people of Amazonia. Thank you very
Ah,
much.
thank you very much, Ma Emma. As hashtag, I take it from Ma Emma. So long as it is for Ambazonia, I am ready anytime, anywhere. Hashtag number 1 for today. Hashtag number 2 goes to the international community. Please revisit the root causes of the Ambazonian liberation struggle. Hashtag number 3 goes still to international community. Stop the quick fixes. Stop the quick fixes. Hashtag number 3 goes to international community and to La République. International community asked La République to withdraw their troops to the boundary at independence. La République, withdraw your genocidal military forces in Amazonia. Number 3, La République, respect the territorial integrity of Southern Cameroons. Hashtag for Ambazonians. Remember where your Niton was buried, your navel, your placenta. Remember where it was buried. Come home and do the homework. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being there today. You've been listening to the Horizon, the voice of the Ambazonian woman on ABC TV. We want to thank you for sitting tight, listening to us through satellite from Ground Zero. Those who watched us through the YouTube, we thank you. Those on Facebook, we congratulate you for making our time. It's because you are an Ambazonia and you do not want to miss any narration. From Monday to Sunday, ABC TV is filled with things that are meant for you. Every series, the press, the analysts, pastors, and the struggle, what have you. The anchor man comes, you have people coming for interviews with their own opinions. It may not be your own opinion, you as an Ambazonia, but that will give you learn from it and take home and know what to write, where to say, and to give your consent. We thank you once more for being with the voice of the Amba woman. And we will not stop here by telling you that Monday is the International Women's Day. The Ambazonian women will be coming up. We have a round table following the theme of this year, women heading the fight of COVID-19. The Ambazonian woman will add their clause to this international statement. We will deliberate with you, mothers in the house. We have a lot to share that day. Stay tight and have a blessed weekend. Keep praying, be focused. Don't cheat yourself. Don't let anyone cheat you, and God will do the rest for us. Thank you and have a pleasant weekend. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Of
Bye-bye.
of refugees in neighboring Nigeria and other African countries.
No, no,